All right, guys, welcome back. It's been a little while since we recorded a session. I've done a little bit with her, not much as far as like new stuff, but I've handled her a little bit. I've taken her and just kind of taken her on like walks, basically, kind of balancing back and forth between quartering and casting out in front of me, and then heel work. So nothing that's been like any huge steps or anything. I did have her up north with me at our cabin for a weekend. We did a little bit of water work with her. She loves the water. Water is a little cold yet, so we did real little amounts. But we set up on some real nice, I think fairly challenging setups with my other dogs. And she ran them with it. And so some of the things that I saw was there were a few things that we'll need to work on. And then some of the stuff she did just really well. Those are very controlled setups, memory type retrieves, multiple dummies in same spots. But there was a little complication to it. We went land, water, land. We went land, water, land, water, We went water, land for a relatively short retrieve, but a lot of different barriers that she had to go through. So, and it was all built off of a big memory. So they were nice sessions. We gained stuff out of them. Part of it, maybe it was confidence in her, and probably she built some confidence probably in me as well. So anyway, fast forward, now we're here, and the last formal sessions that we had been filming here were the opposite of quartering and casting. They were dialing in on precision and handling, and just did real well with that. We kind of took a little break from that, and now we'll go back to it. But now we're gonna jump to the other end. We got some roosters here, so we got some pheasants out. So actually today what I did was put some birds out. We did a little photo shoot with her yesterday for Gun Dog Magazine. If you don't know, I write a column for Gun Dog Magazine, and we're doing a column specifically on her right now. There'll be 6 or 7 issues documenting her training process. We're calling it Cali, the next steps, I think, is the column name. But we shot yesterday some pictures for it, and I worked her out in front of me, and I looked at Steph and I smiled and I said, it's starting to click. She's really doing a nice job. Today, I'm going to test that a bit. I planted some pheasants, a couple hens, a couple roosters. Not going to shoot them. You've seen us flush and shoot before. You've seen us do it in really dialed back conditions, not real authentic or natural. Although the last time I think we did this with some birds, we shot a few roosters and she did really well, and it really was a little more towards hunting. Today I'm bringing a blank pistol. We're going to shoot the pistol. We're going to let the birds go. I'm going to have her flush them for 2 reasons. I don't want her to think that every time birds flush we get retrieves. I don't want her to think that every time birds flush they're shooting. I'm going to probably shoot blanks at a few. Some I may just let her flush and not. I brought a tennis ball. Scented tennis ball, duck down feathers on it. We're going to put some retrieve into this, but I'm going to build it into bird goes off, no, leave it. Then I'm going to send you over to here and have you hunt a little bit of cover. So we're going to build in that, which is another drill that we've done individually, and now we're piecing it kind of together slowly. I think the last time I got myself into trouble was trying to piece too many things in too quickly. So we've separated a lot of things, got pretty good at them. And slowly start adding them back in together. I am going to work her off lead and on lead. I don't have a training bag on. It's intentional. We've done some shed hunting with her along with us. She didn't really shed hunt, but she came with us, and those were some real breakthrough moments for her of extended opportunities to get out and work and be with other dogs. And so this, I don't carry a training bag when I do that. We don't carry a training bag when we go hunting. A lot of times when I take a training bag out, the dogs just completely dial into, we're going training. So today, intentionally, we're not going training. I don't want her to think we're going training. I want her to think we're going to, because when we go hunting, we're not going to set it up for that. We're going to instead set this up as more like, we're going for a walk, because we've been doing a lot of that, and I'm going to let you get out. And this time I know you're going to bump into some birds because I put some out there. So I've tucked a few. We're going to cover a pretty good distance here. So we may end up, these guys might have to work a little magic with their editing, but there's going to be just a lot of walking. I'll balance it a little bit with heel work and hunt, heel work and hunt. And we'll do that here. There's no birds around here. The first bird is around there. We're gonna be making a circle into it. I've got the wind coming out of the north today, so I am gonna work her into the wind. I don't want to make this any harder than it should be. So we're gonna have her work into the wind and play that to our advantage. I'm gonna take her with the wind at our back and we'll work, and I'm gonna show you, hopefully, as long as things happen the way they have been happening, you're gonna see her, and you're gonna maybe see my smile again and go, God, it feels good to see it click. Makes sense. So we're gonna heel her out, and then we're gonna start heel. And we'll be jumping Ben around a little bit on that second camera. So I don't ever wanna get away from the idea of having good heel work. I think it is very important. It's just, you gotta remember it's about balance, and her balance was a little off. Too much good heel work, not the ability to get out. Okay, go ahead. So we see that she's become much more comfortable with this idea of getting out and working. And it's great to see. Good. 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 All right, let's go. Good. That's just the way I want them to work. It's just like this. Good, let's go. Good. Pretty good pace. But the one thing I am seeing with her now too is we're borderline on the cusp. She's working so well out. We're borderline her getting too far. So I'm not gonna get on her about getting too far, because Christ, we're just finally getting her to get off our heels. But it's something we're gonna keep a close eye on. I love how she cruises by, which she didn't do that. She wouldn't do that for the first several weeks. All right, let's go, come on, let's go. So you can see what I'm talking about. It's just, it's starting to make some good sense to her. Ben, we're gonna swing around and go up that trail. Why don't you go around on the opposite side, get into the opening of the beans, we'll come up the edge. Actually, we'll go right kind of through here. There's a bird on that, so don't go through there. Walk around it, and then stand up on the opening over there. Go around that way. There's a bird right there. All right, let's go. Now, I don't know that those birds will stay put. I dizzied them a bit. I put a rooster out that popped his head up and jumped up and ran off on me, so he's certainly not where I put him. But we'll see how close we can't get to them. All right, let's go. Love the little hesitation here. She's waiting for me to kind of, yep, you're doing the right thing. Now I talked about, yes, we were up north. The other thing that we did with her this weekend was we took her for a walk into some of our grouse covers. I had to go get a trail camera, so I walked in and picked up a trail camera. All right, let's go. Come on, let's go. And we flushed a few birds. We heard a few drummers. Real crummy conditions. It was raining. It was cold and rainy, and so we weren't spending a lot of time out. But that's where I noticed her range is borderline getting too big. Like, she really liked to get down the trail on me, beyond my other dogs. So I got to be careful of that. Go ahead, let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's go. But this is just perfect. I love this 20 to 30 yards. And I just like her ability to not always come back to heel. Check back in, brush by, and go. As a quartering dog, that's what I want. Just like that. Good. Good. Now, the other thing I want to have is the ability to go from that to heel, back and forth without getting stuck. Good. Got one. Good. So as we come out of the cover, I'm going to heel her across this short grass. And then we'll release her again. There, good. Ah, da, 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 da. Now she thought that was her release. So it's not her fault, but that's not it. Heel. All I was doing was telling her good. So it's this idea of like shifting gears. We got to have a real smooth clutch in shifting procedure. I don't want it to be real choppy. So we go from quartering to heeling, to quartering to heeling. And I got to keep in mind the focus of this session is not to necessarily work on heel. Okay, go ahead, good. So we'll probably lean a little bit from a balance standpoint. It won't be 50-50, it'll be quartering 75, heeling 25, something like that. All right, let's go. Good. Now I feel this is one of the reasons we got Ben out in front is because we're not going to shoot the birds today. So camera angle wise, there's no safety. So there's a bird in between Ben and I now. We're going to work her in, and I want this to be as natural as possible. There she flushed some blackbirds of some sort. But when that bird gets up, I'll probably shoot the blank. So from a trainer standpoint, I got to have my whistle in because I got to be able to stop her. Here's an old tennis ball. Now we'll see how she works in here. This is very realistic. There's a bird in between her and I. Let's go. Let's go. And I want to read her body language. There she flushed a little Tweety bird. So I love how she's getting a little excited when she sees those Tweety birds. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Well, there's the birdie. Look at that. Look at how she turns on. Now I had a bird tucked there, so clearly it ran. So she's tracking a little bit now. So that bird did not hold tight. We'll see if we can't find it. I want to double check, make sure she didn't walk over it. I don't think she did. Come on. Come on. It was kind of tucked in. You could see where the old scent was. I can't believe the bird would have been in there, but never know. We had it right in here. Come on, let's go. And I think it was pretty clear it moved up into here. So let's just keep moving with that wind in our face. Of course that bird could have flown, but I want to make sure it didn't go up into here. So we'll get her downwind. I mean, this is where we go back to, this is very realistic hunting. Let's go, come on, let's go. Good girl. Let's go. Let's go. So that one could have flown. Now the rooster that ran, I know, was right up here. So we'll see if he stayed in the cover. I got to keep an eye on that range. Good. Good. There's a little bit of a body language change. You can see her working that wind. Now she's hunting that area. The rooster was put down here and I watched him run up into here. Goes a robin. Let's go, let's go. Come on. We're going to circle back around this way, guys. So I probably lost, probably had two birds run on us here. There's a rooster right there. So I can see him up in front of us. Now watch her. Let's see how she responds. We're going to go down and around. I want to get it. Again, I want this to be a little more like a real hunt. Now watch her touch scent. Look at that. See how she's touching scent there? Good, 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 good. A little intensity in her hunt here. Good, good girl. Go on, good girl. I'd really like to see her get that bird up. Good, let's go. Come on, let's go. A little uncertain, but definitely a lot more interest than at one point here. Good girl. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Find it. Get it, Cali. Get it, Cali. Get it, Cali. Get it, get it. Come on. Come on. I want to circle back out here. There's the downside of those pen birds. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Now I don't want to force her. I'm going to let her work the way she wants to work. Good. Now watch this. Good girl, that's a good dog. Good girl, let's go, let's go, let's get that bird. So we're gonna go, there's the hen that ran on us. So when I say, I don't know, were you on her or on me?
I was on her.
Okay, that's where I go, this realistic. Let's let her hunt. I don't want to steer her. I planted a bird over in here, feeling we got to get down to there. We know the rooster's in there. That bird obviously ran. I didn't put a bird here. All right, let's go. I'd like to get a bird to get up and fly away. Love the intensity on her right now. Good, let's go. Now the thing you got to keep in mind with those hens are very hard to wind right now because they're nesting. They just don't have a lot of scent. Let's go. Come on, let's go, come on. And I just keep an eye on her range because I go, as long as she's within 35 yards of me, I'm pretty happy. Now if we can get a bird to flush, that'd be even better. Now she's tracking again. There. Good girl! Good. Good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to divert off of that bird. So I pitch a tennis ball back up and over, and now you see some feathers flush. So I love how she's steady to this and wondering, okay, now what? So I'm going to give her a handle to the right. Get on. And now I'm going to let her hunt that tennis ball. So back to the value of our handling drills that we've been working on. Without good handling, how do I don't direct her off of a bird that just flushed that way. Now we're going to let her hunt into that. Now, could she have marked the tennis ball I pitched up in there? Probably a little bit better, yeah. Well, I'm going to let her work. Just like if we were hunting. I'm not going to go help her find the wounded bird. We're going to let her work this out. Now I stopped her downwind of that wall. I stopped her downwind of that ball because the wind is drifting this way. So as I stop her, I think she would have ran right through it. As I stop her, look at her nose. So now we're going to go from here to a hunt command. So we just dialed her focus hopefully in a little bit. Ah! Want her holding that area better. There, she's touching it. You can tell she's got scent there. Lost. Lost. Good girl. That's a good dog. Good dog. There. Now, so out of this drill, good. Out of this drill, I liked a lot of parts of that, but I went, what's the weakness? So like, yeah, as we do more drills, we figure out direction on where we need to go. The dog's gonna dictate that. So stopping to a whistle there at the end was poor. Holding the area to hunt was poor. I wondered about that, which is part of why we're doing this the way we're doing it. It's part of why I'm using tennis balls to hunt an area after a bird flushes out. So I want to see how strong that willingness for her to do it is. So, but what I loved was the birdiness. Really nice style on a bird, really good look to her when she gets into that birdie area. Nice flush, nice get the bird up there. Nice get the bird up over here when she found that hen, which that hen was not put there. So again, I like that. Now that rooster, when that damn rooster runs off and she goes, I'm not so hard charging yet that I'm gonna go mess with the rooster that's alive and refuses to run. Well, we'll work on that. We're gonna work our way down. Now, I believe that bird is probably that bird. There should be another one and then another one and that rooster that's in that area. So those are the birds that we have out. All right, let's go. So I also like to be able to regroup a dog like this. She's going hard, flushing. Then makes the retrieve. Here's where I gotta keep a close eye on that range. Come on. Spin around so you can catch her because he's not swimming. Come on. Come on. Here. 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 You hear the change in my tone. I have to get serious. Ben, I'm going to have you go around here. We're going to walk down this trail. And then we're going to work our way that way. So Get out, get out, get out. Well, you see this excitement get going, get going, get going. And then all of a sudden it gets up and over the ability for her to like think through things. When I ask her to do something, she goes, I'm so excited running around. So we're not going to lose it either. We're not going to lose it to that extreme. We're not going to have it to the extreme of heel. We're trying to figure out how to get in the middle. That way, Ben. We're going that way. I'm going to walk down to about where that little field opens up on the right there. And then we're going to move up in that way and we're going to go towards the bigger plot. So this is, you know, this isn't natural and not ideal, but at the same time, it gives us a chance to take a break, regroup, rethink. I had a conversation last night with a guy that's doing some hold conditioning and I'm helping him out with it. And I think we got some good stuff done with hold, but I think one of the biggest takeaways we got out of the session was his dog was real antsy when he was going to be the guy to do it. Settled in pretty good for me on the freezer, but then when he went to do it, dog got real antsy, actually got vocal, whining a little bit. Right about there, Ben, that's good. Got vocal, got whiny, and I said, don't go. He wanted to go. I said, don't go yet. We're going to wait till that dog settles in. Because that dog thinks when his dad takes the stuff to get training with, it's a action, action, action. It's not always. So we literally spent about 10 or 15 minutes with that dog settling. Then we went through a couple holds with him and he did really well. And then after that, he was great for 10, 15 minutes while we talked. And I said, see the difference between these two? Before he was antsy to get going. We didn't allow that to get rewarded with getting going. Then we did something, we challenged him mentally, more than physically. The dog got that release of I did something. And then afterwards, he wasn't so antsy that he needed to do it more of it, or again, he just settled in the way we want. I said, that's how you should be doing everything. So here, cameras get moved around a little bit, so we stop and we settle in, and then now we'll move on. All right, let's go. But it's having that gear shift, have it be smooth. A little bit of range right there. There's a bird up in here, so was a bird. I don't know if it'll still be there. Good. Good. Come on. Gotta stay with me. You see her checking a bit. Good. I want her in this area. I don't need real big loops. Now I tucked the bird into here. It does not appear to be here any longer. But I'd like to see how she touches old scent. What she does with it. And that nose up. Come on. Lost. Lost. Let's go. Lost. Let's go. She blows through it pretty hard. Like, I don't know that she even sensed a bird. There was a bird I tucked into here. I don't know that she even sensed it. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. There, she touched it. I don't think it's there. Good. It was here. Good. Good. So you saw her slam the brakes on. So I don't know how far the bird actually would have went. But we're going to work through here. Oh, let's go. Let's go. And we know that rooster just moved through here. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. There's the rooster out in front. And there's her, look at her birdiness right now. Now watch. She's on the brink of, should I or shouldn't I? Good. 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 Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. That's a good dog. That damn bird won't fly, will he? Come on, let's go. Let's go. Good. Good. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Guys, there's a hen up here too I'd like to get you on. Yeah, right up here, Ben. Just come with me. Here, here. So I have a bird up that was up here on the left-hand side, and then the rooster's running on the right. All I want to do is get that damn thing to fly. So Ben, walk right up into the beans. There's on your left. There was a hen tuck. Yep. So just he's not going to fly with you. He won't fly with Cali. But I prefer on your left-hand side is where that hen is, and that's the one I think I can get to fly a little easier. So just get up in there and turn around and we'll move up in. So I'm going to move her into this, on this side of the trail. All right, let's go. Let's go. Good. Just can't, good, come on. Just can't get her to go for that rooster. I'd like to shoot him right now. All right, let's go. Now that hen was in here. I'd really like to get her to touch scent on this. Probably unlikely that she's still here. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. All right, let's go. Let's go. Good, good. Let's go. Let's go. Where'd that bird go? Come on. Let's go. Come on. There he goes up in front of us here, that running son of a gun. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So I'm gonna work back through it. See if we can't get one of those hens up, or that hen up. I guess there were two of them over in this area. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Go get them. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Let's go get them. Cali, let's go. Heel, 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 heel. Watch. Watch. Cali, go back. Now I'm going to send her like it's a retrieve and see if this changes it for her. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. If we could just get that bird to get up off the ground, I'd be happy. I don't think we're gonna. Let's go back through here. I just want to work through and see if we can't ever touch some scent on that hen. And if not, I'm going to be done and be okay with what we got here. because I got to look at it two ways. Is it it's a big improvement on a quartering from a quartering standpoint, from a range standpoint. And so that's step one. Get the dog out there at least. Now it's tying it in with get him on the birds, get her fired up about the birds, get her to the point where she really wants to dig them out and not give up on them. I sent her on that last one as a retrieve just to see if she potentially would have looked at it differently. Let's go. Little bit of birdiness here. Look at this. Little birdie, little birdie, little birdie. Looks like she's tracking a little. Come on. Good. Good. There, she's birdie here. You can see in her body she's touching some scent. And there wasn't a bird put over here, so that bird's moving around. And I'd really love to see her bump it. Come on. There, good. Come on. Good. Good girl. And like I said, if she doesn't, she doesn't, and that's okay too, because I am going to look at this. That's where the bird was put originally. Good. Good. Go. Good. Come on. Come on. Come on. Keep going back to that spot, which is good. Let's go. Let's work through this. Come on. You're going to take a look through here. Come on. Work through here, and if that bird's not in there, I'm going to call it and be done with this. And be more than happy, quite honestly. I know I look at it and I go, man, pretty low percentage of birds that are planted flushed, but good. Good. Here. But what I did get out of it was a pretty happy dog. I think she enjoyed that. I got a dog that has a little bit of concern with exactly what to do. You know, she sees that rooster. We filmed a video before when we started introducing her to some birds, and you saw the intensity in, I don't know if it was Ellie or Spry, maybe both, the intensity in them, that bird on the ground, and it was just, I mean, it was like a linebacker blitzing. Like they hit that bird like 100 miles an hour. But that's come with a lot of confidence and a lot of exposure and a lot of opportunity to pick these birds, and never the hesitation. This dog had hesitation not only to flush a bird, but she had a hesitation to walk from me to Caden away. Like, she had a hard time getting that confidence and that comfort level up to do that. So I look at it now where we're at and I go, we are nowhere near being done. We're not. But I also look at it and put it in perspective of where we started. And I realize it hasn't really been that long. And the number of times she's had opportunities hasn't been that many. And so and the few opportunities that she has had weren't the greatest. I mean, she's had some that were decent, but when that rooster doesn't fly, now you gotta keep in mind, like, again, it's a balance thing. I'd almost desensitize the dogs to birds in a lot of ways, because I got a pen full of them in our yard, and I ask them to work past live birds and pick dead ones. I ask them to work past dead birds and pick up tennis balls. I ask them to work past, you know, it's not like it's something that that I have tried to, like, create this animal, this monster that just blindly chases. I don't want that, because that's a lot harder to correct and fix than what I've got right now. Now it'll take some time and patience. Time and patience isn't necessarily the answer when you got a dog you can't handle, especially when you created it, you did it yourself. So I do want to do this. We just pitch an unseen into there. I'm going to bring her back around, and I'm going to have her hunt that tennis ball out and hold the area. So the wind's going that way, so I'm actually going to make it a little bit tougher on her. So we'll send her in from this direction with the wind at her back. Hopefully, I want her to actually think about leaving the area so that I can correct her and put it back into it. I want her to, ideally she'd hold the area, but we just saw that, you know, a little bit of sloppiness with that. So we haven't done this in a long time. Let's go, let's go. I don't want to line her. This isn't a marking drill or a lining drill. Ah, 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 ah. Hey, 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 hey. Sit. No, ma'am. Here. You're going to see a change in her body here. She just went, oh God, I'm so sorry. We are not going to allow her to just brush off that whistle. So you heard me turn up the heat there. Now I think she smelled it. Heel. And she said, it's right here, I'll go get it. And I said, stop and sit down. She said, no, it's right here, I'll go get it. No, I said, stop and sit down. So we have to. No, leave it. Heel. Cali. Good girl. Stop. Right here. Good girl. There. Way to be. Good. Recovery. Good. Did. Good. Good. So nice response on the whistle. I'm going to send her back up in there, and this time I'll stop her on the whistle before the tennis ball goes. Cali. Loss. Get on. Lost. Good girl. Lost. Good girl. There's a reward for stopping to the whistle. Change the direct, and then there's a handle away from a dummy. Handle away from a tennis ball she knows is there. Dead. So that idea of our sharpening up of our handling skills, we're starting to see the reasoning why and the value of it here. So loosen it up and let her run and flush. That was part of this. And then dial it back in, tighten it up, make her make some choices. Make her respond nicely the way we ask her to. When she gives us a little bit of grief with the stop to the whistle, follow it right back up with send her in, hunt her, stop her to a whistle. You did well. Here's your reward. Good. So it's, you know, lots of stuff today that we worked on or saw or had opportunity to gain on. Pieced a lot of things together today, none of which were 100% perfect, but a lot of things were a really nice step in the right direction. Good. And I think we'll be done. Sit. Another skill, just sit and be still. I'll go pick up this one, if I can find it. So now we put a dog on a remote sit, we go and get the ball, we pick it back up, we bring it back, and now we heel her back to the house and we're done. So I will go from that flushing type session to heeling back home. Again, balance. Go far one way, go far the other way, go far one way, go far the other way. Slowly making your way till the need for it to be real dramatic is less and less every time, and eventually we get somewhere in that middle. And that's what we'll do. So all in all, plenty of things to be happy about, plenty of things to work on, but kind of probably could say that about every session we do. Good. All right, if you are enjoying these, I always forget to do this. If you're enjoying these, please do us a favor. Like the page or subscribe to the YouTube channel. It really helps us do two things. It helps us get to more people. Our objective and goals are to try to help as many people that are interested in training their own dogs as possible. Your support makes all the difference in the world to us. So thank you so much for watching these. But also, if you'd do me a favor, if you're watching them and you're not a subscriber and you'd like to see more of them, if you would hit the subscribe and then turn the notifications on, then you'll get updated on when we do post. Between Ben and Caden, we're trying to put a lot of content out as quickly as we can, but making sure that we're doing a good job with it. So you doing that for us really helps validate it and helps us with figuring out how to make it grow. So thank you for that.